Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of stuff, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of messing around with stuff. This is Casa de McBride Chronicles.
Well, everybody, welcome back to the show. We're going to see what Andy has to say in just a minute.
I was challenged to do something like this. Luckily for me, I typed this out in 2015. So here we go, just sitting here on a Wednesday, February 25th, 2015 night during a sleet snow storm that we here in the South cannot handle, and drinking a yummy Baileys or whatever Aldi's knockoff brand is, while updating my list of things about me. It was 125, now it's 150. So without further ado, 1. Name, Robert Andrew McBride. I was only called Robert on the first day of school by a new teacher or when I was in trouble with my parents. I have been called Andy with a Y, not with an I, Drew, R-A, and Andrew. 2. Does not have cable TV. 3. I still laugh like I'm in 8th grade when someone calls another person douchebag. Another good one is when my older brother calls me gay. 4. I don't hate anyone, even you, Mary. Sure, there are people I choose not to associate with, but that's as far as I will go. Hate only eats you up inside. 5. Piggybacking on number 4. You can tell big time if I don't want to associate with you. 6. I'm what you call a penny pincher. I live by the motto, if you can't afford it, then you don't need it. Credit card companies are like the evil empire in Star Wars. 7. I think Dave and Sammy were both great for Van Halen. They brought a lot to the table. Gary Sharon was a full-fledged debacle. 8. Politically, I refuse to be labeled. I am conservative on some things and liberal on others. I think all politicians' sole job is to piss down your back and tell you it's raining. We vote for a virgin to do a whore's job. Sad but true. I'm all about free will. Only you truly control your destiny. It's still we the people, right? 9. I think people use verses from the Bible to try to justify their actions. 10. You can sit there and tell someone till you're blue in the face how you would deal with a certain situation, but I think you have no idea what you're going to do if it happens. 11. Stress to me is being an 18-year-old kid about to storm the beaches of Normandy, knowing damn well that the chance of living is slim to none. 12. I like the Buffalo Bills and Sabres, but at the end of the day, I know I have freaking bills to pay at the beginning of the next month, so I don't live and die with every win or loss. Priorities. 13. I love watching documentaries. 14. The instrumental at the end of Layla is the ultimate to make out to. 15. The only reason I loved school, Charlotte Catholic High School, 92, was seeing all my friends. I was a terrible student. I think my final GPA was like 2.3 or something like that, but I put on my big boy britches and went to community college for 2 years then, to Appalachian State University. I have a 4-year degree, and I have the diploma to prove it. 16. I have never been married, and so I don't have a crazy ex that's still pissed. I got the couch from the family room in the divorce. 17. I cried uncontrollably and had to be helped out of the hospital room the last time I saw my grandpa alive. Does it make me less of a man? I don't think so. 18. I have over 1,900 plus songs on my iPod, ranging from every decade from the 50s on up and every style. My musical tastes were formed by hearing what my older brother and his friends listened to. Also, songs that remind me of certain chapters in my life. 19. If I'm not talking, it's because I'm really sick, and if I open my mouth, I'll yak. 20. I used to drink beer and wine, and that's it. I would welcome a random drug test because I know I would pass with flying colors. Other people at work? Well, let's just say I would stay really busy having to do all the work that others did before they were canned. I wrote this before August 5th, 2015, when the doctor advised that I stop drinking. FYI, I have not had a drink since. 21. All your priorities in life change when you hold your child for the first time. It's no longer about you. That little guy or gal totally relies on you. 22. A footnote to 21. I have no children, nor am I any baby's daddy. 23. Is a picky eater. 24. Knows that some countries cannot handle freedom. 25. If you ever get a handwritten letter in the mail from me, it's a pretty good sign that I really like you. 26. Is never in a hurry to get someplace. 27. I don't wear underwear. Too restrictive. I gotta let him breathe, you know. What? Too much info? 28. Usually comes up with some great ideas while driving or when someone is yapping about some crap in a meeting. 29th. I try to go to Mass every weekend. Let me stop you before you tell me that you grew up Catholic but don't go anymore because you disagree with the church. I know you can make a case about the Catholic Church having all kinds of problems, but let me ask you, doesn't every religion have issues? This is how I see it. There has to be someone, guy or woman, up there looking over me because they have gotten me out of a lot of jams in my life. Plus, it's kind of a family tradition. When Peter Corley got off the boat from Ireland in the 1800s, he was Catholic. If you are in a screwed-up cult, then you, my friend, have other quote-unquote issues. 30. Has trouble sleeping on Sunday nights, always has and always will. 31. Thinks Sammy said it best in 87, but only when your house is in order. 32. Always winks at the little girl with Down syndrome when I am in the communion line. 33rd. Has seen Sade twice, and frankly, she is the only artist I would still pay money to see. Okay, I'd pay to see Rush too. 34. Loves taking naps. 35. Loathes plastic, aka fake people. 36. Was born at Olean General Hospital. 37. Could give two poops if you are gay, of a different race or religion. If you are cool with me, then I am so cool with you. And if you are an ASS, then I will be one to you too. We are all in this crap together, right? 38. Can be snobby to you. 39th. Likes my sister-in-law because she puts up with my shenanigans. 40. Knows how to weld. 41. Is a homebody. 42nd. Hates the circle of life. 43rd. Lives pretty close to Lancaster Speedway and is cool with it. 44th. Is a loud talker. 45. Remembers a lot of things that people have done to me and vice versa. 46. Can yell with the best of them. 47. Knows that money and power are some crazy drugs. 48th. Is over 40 and is still afraid to tell my mum if I got a chick knocked up. 49th. Believes in the crock pot and not the microwave style in most things in life. 50. Likes routine. 51. Is flirtatious, but that doesn't mean I want to swap spit with you in a lukewarm shower. 52nd. Loves snacking on pretzels. Matter of fact, I am eating some as I type this. 53rd. Cares more about others than I do about myself. 54. Opens a door for a lady and gets pissed and says, "You're welcome," sarcastically if she doesn't say thank you. 55. Can't sing. 56. Won't talk to you if I am pissed. Something I learned from my mom. 57. Tells you how I feel, whether it's good or bad, so no one can ever say, "Gee, I wonder what Andy thought." Does it get me in trouble sometimes? Does a bear crap into woods? 58. Believe it or not, there are things I don't talk about. 59. Does not have a criminal record. 60. Is pretty good finding stuff on the internet. Public records, effing rock. 61. Knows that sometimes you just have to realize that you can't fix a stupid. 62. drives 60 miles per hour unless someone is actually driving slower than me, and I have to pass them FYI. That rarely happens. 63 always breaks into the Phil Rizzuto voice when I hear Paradise by the dashboard light. Okay, got a real pressure cooker going here. 64 is moody. 65 tolerates some people. 66 likes dogs more than cats. 67 I hate debt with a passion. 68 is not politically correct. 69th hates litter bugs. 70 has a pretty good credit score. 71 likes their fries and the way they kiss, but other than that, I am not fond of the French. 72nd has no desire to travel abroad. 73 hey, I was born that year. Anyways, thinks that we might be better off if California fell in the ocean. Just saying. 74 will let you talk about something that you think is right, so you will look like an idiot to others. 75 knows in most situations it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. 76 thinks you have to have some mental issues to think the only way out of a situation is to kill yourself. 77 thinks everyone has something in their past that they are not too proud of. 78 trust is huge for me. 79 lives by the motto, if you don't ask, you don't know. 80 will teach you how to fish and will not give you one. 81 gives a hand wave and acknowledgement when someone lets me into a lane and expects the same from someone. 82 hates pickles. 83rd worked at a radio station. 84 is one stubborn SOB. 85 knows how to do a rosary. 86 I think everyone has baggage. With that said, there are two kinds. Carry on, which is small enough to stow in the overhead compartment or under your seat. Or check in. It's so big, the airline has to put it in the cargo area because you can't bring it on with you. 87 knows that if you put something on Facebook, you have to expect someone will respond with something that you don't agree with. 88 thinks torturing in some form is okie dokie. It makes you talk. I know it would help me sing like a canary. 89 drives a Honda Civic and will never get anything but a Honda for as long as I am on this planet. 90 doesn't like calling customer service, usually it's someone in India, but I always have patience and I am friendly to whoever I talk to because it's not their fault that the company they work for is trying to cut corners and save some money, which puts the poor person in a quagmire. 91 knows there are only two guarantees in life. 1, you will die. 2, you will be taxed. 92 if I only say okay to you, then it's a pretty good chance that I can't say anything else because I am so upset that I will start crying. 93 has been spat on twice in my life. 94 99% of the time, I don't trust someone with a hyphenated name. 95 may not agree with 97% of the stuff he pulls, but I would have some beers and watch a game with President Obama. 96 the first thing I notice if we are talking is if your glasses need to be cleaned. 97 refuses to text and drive at the same time, plus it's against the law. 98th kinda gets fired up if I send you an email or a text and you don't respond. 99 I will admire a woman from afar, but will not do anything more about it. 100 I keep very good eye contact with you when we are talking. 101 I can still rattle off my childhood best friend's phone number. 102 I tend to giggle a lot when I am writing an email or a reply on email or text that I think is pretty darn funny, at least it is to me. 103 I love being an uncle to 3 pretty cool kids, but it sure is nice to be able to go home to my quiet house. 104. Knows that you cannot make someone love you. 105. Can change the oil in my car, and I kinda like doing it. 106. Doesn't smoke. 107. Is an expert, in my opinion. 108th. Thinks that hindsight is always 20/20. 109th. I really don't give a poop about keeping up with the Jones. The odds are that they are as broke as MC Hammer. 110. Doesn't have any tattoos. I figure there is nothing in this world so important that I want to go through the pain to have put on my body. 111th. Likes giving a gift card for Christmas or birthdays. Some might say it's not personable, but I have found that it gives people a choice in getting something they like instead of acting like they are happy with a sorry-ass gift you gave them. 112th. Loves pushing the envelope. 113. Knows that to some people, I am always going to be little Andy. 114. Believes Lee Harvey Oswald was part of a bigger conspiracy and did not act alone. 115th. Can be extremely loyal, sometimes to a fault. 116. Does yoga 6 days a week, and I'm not a new-aged hippie. 117th. Accepts the world as it is. 118th. Thinks that if there are no kids, pets, or money involved, then there is no need to have any contact with your ex. There is a reason why they are called the ex. 119th. Hates the circus. 120th. Believes that it is a form of child abuse if you don't plan to pay for your child's future higher education expenses. 121st. Always carry a rosary in my right front pocket. 122nd. Kinda likes saying something to Pops that causes him to give me the big Ron, I'm so disappointed in you. Look. 123rd. Hates looking at someone's bad teeth. 124. Sometimes gets scared about my future. 125th. Hates being late and being absent from stuff. As a matter of fact, I have told my bosses that if they don't hear from me and I don't show up to work, they better call 911 because I am either dead or incapacitated. 126. Loves being a smart ass. Good luck trying to get a serious answer out of me. 127. Thinks the only reason people say they are sorry for something is that they got caught. 128th. Kinda gets fired up when someone doesn't capitalize the B in my last name. 129th. Knows that I am always gonna be that guy in Wisconsin. 130. Has a 1965 Mustang 131. Lives well below my means. 132. I know I am just a number. I'm not Robert A. McBride. I am an employee number. Mongo said it best in Blazing Saddles. 133rd. Every choice you make in life has pros and cons. 134th. Has a very sensitive risk meter. 135. Would never want to win the lottery because I don't think, as a human, we can handle it. One day, you are an average guy. The next, you are a millionaire. That will make you go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. 136. Is a donor. 137. Is a worker bee. I'm too blunt to ever be a leader. I don't have a filter. 138. Knows what love is, but it's not a story for all to hear because it's kinda disgusting. 139th. Has a house, not a mansion or anything special, but it fits me just fine. 140th. Picked up a hitchhiker once, sure he reeked of booze, but we had a pretty good conversation about politics. 141. I tend to think people are smarter than they really are. 142. I had a very normal childhood, and my brother and I never went without. 143. I hate any form of gambling because I usually lose and I loathe losing dollars. 144. Knows CPR 15 times, 2 baby. 145. Been known to pick up a penny? Hey, it all adds up in the end. 146. Will go Teamster on my bosses if I need to. 147. Loves looking and usually laughing at the trashy tabloid magazines in line at the grocery store. 148. Has no problem using a word that is rarely used in the English language anymore. Ready for it? The word is no. 149th. Was a shy kid. What happened, you ask? 150. Not a big fan of the band Journey. Never has and never will. 151. No matter what my financial situation is, I read a menu from right to left. The price is on the right, kids. 152. This is always spinning around in my head when I am dating a girl. I know the ending before the story has been told. 153. Knows that history tends to repeat itself. Sorry to inform those little tick turds protesting stuff, but it has and always will be an issue. 154. Refuses to be a guinea pig to companies. Define that any way you want. 155. Has dog hearing. I can hear a lot of stuff I shouldn't. 156. If I deem your question stupid, expect an equally stupid response. 157. Believes that there is an equal or greater reaction to whatever you do. Basically, there are always consequences. 158. Loves the generic coffee at the Waffle, aka Waffle House, and at the Bow, aka Bojangles. 159. Makes my bed every morning. 160. And finally, know that opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. And now, to answer the questions in the Get to Know Me challenge. How did I come up with my channel name? I came up with it while being inspired by reading Ron L. Hubbard's messed up book, Dianetics. How tall am I? My license says 5 feet 9 inches. How old am I? Between 50 and 52. What is my favorite food? The waffles at the Waffle are yummy in my tummy. The biggest question I get, hey, aren't you Brad Pitt? My favorite holiday? Arbor Day. My favorite color? Green on those paperbacks. My favorite animal? Deer, because they taste really good. My favorite hobby? Underwater basket weaving. Do I have another channel? Dudazillas? I only have 189 subscribers on this one, so the answer is H to the E to the double hockey sticks. No. Oh wait, I do. It has to do with the wonderful world of me reading old classified ads from an auto trader circa 1988. Favorite song, Mandy from Barry Manilow. Favorite YouTube video I have done, all 510 of them. Favorite candy, anything with a lot of sugar in it. Dudazillas. I told you I was very sarcastic. I challenge anyone who actually watched my whole video, which is not that many.
Will Andy ever stop getting random tools that have less than 1% of ever being used? Will he ever not drink a cup of coffee while he's working on something? Will he ever answer the question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Will he take an afternoon nap? Tune in for another thrilling episode of the Casa de McBride Chronicles to find out more. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy has left the building. Good night.
He will always be the king no matter what.